Howdy guys, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today I've got a tip for you guys, is these green floats. These are probably the most useful tool you'll have in the plastering industry, whether or not it's inside or exterior. Let me show you guys something, what they're for, and if you're going to buy one, which one to buy, and how to clean them and use them. Okay, this is a green sponge float. Float, F-L-O-A-T. All right, this is what we do with these green sponge floats. We take the bucket, we fill them up with water, and what do? They bring the sand or the aggregate to the surface. So if I were to take a trowel and go over this, it would be smooth like a baby's butt. Say, like, for example, here guys. Okay, smooth. Now that's not the finish we're looking for. Hello guys, Kirk's going to show you the right finish. Okay, these guys here, they bring the sand to the surface. Now, what you do is you just put it on it, and you use the whole float, guys. I see a lot of guys, especially when I need guys too, and I hire some people. You just use the side and or the toe or the heel. It's like, guys, come on, use the whole float. Like if you're snowboarding, use the whole thing. You go faster. And while I'm on that subject, let me show you something else. These are hard rubber floats. What are hard rubber floats? Actually, they're polyurethane floats. So it's the same thing. They have a 5-inch and a 3-inch. Don't buy the 3. It's a waste of money. Actually, it's a 4-inch. Buy the 5-inch. Same with these guys right here. Don't buy the 3 or 4-inch. Buy the 5-inch. You can save yourself a lot of time, guys, and time is what this is about. Anyhow, getting back to the polyurethane floats. We just call them hard rubber floats. We've been calling them that for over 30 years. What does a hard rubber float do? It compresses the stucco. Oops, see there? That's wire. By the way, guys, this is raw. And we got a wire sticking out right there. We put it right back. And what it does is it compresses the stucco so that when you do your second coat, if you want it straight, true, and level, you just use this float here. But of course, make sure it's a lot drier than what I'm doing it. This is pretty wet. Generally, we wait till it almost turns white before we use this and compact everything. But that's really not what I wanted to explain. I wanted to show how to clean these, because I see a lot of people, including the guys working with me, they're doing it wrong and they're jacking up my floats. What we don't want to do with either float is pull up on it like this, because then you separate it from the handle and the hard rubber against the base. So we don't want to pull it like this. A trowel you can do that with, say like this. A trowel you can skim it to pull off some excess fat, but don't pull with either of these guys here. Well, what I wanted to really show was, people say, well, I seen what you do. You slam it on the bucket and you get all the crap out of it. It's kind of what I do. I'll show you in slow motion what we do. Okay, say like this float here. I started using it this morning. When I buy these floats right here, guys, I buy them by the box. I get 100 at a time, big box, because we go through them. What you guys see me doing is this. I'll tap it, spin it, and get the other side, so it's clean. So here, show you a quick tap it. Here. Why am I using the inside of the bucket, guys? Because if I use the inside of the bucket, what it does is it puts a natural curve on this. And I don't mind it being curved. I do mind it if it's cockeyed. I'll show you how folks cockeye this. And I always tell people when I see them doing that, don't do that, guys. That's a real bad habit. They'll go like this. Sometimes I'll do it too, but I'm tapping it very soft. I'm tapping this wood handle on this wood and this side here, dead center. I just go like that sometimes to get some loose water out of it, because too much water, it'll drip all over. But I see guys doing this all the time, and sometimes they're working with me, and that's a big no-no. All right. Instead, you see, it's a habit for me to tap it on the inner bucket. So if I'm tapping it on the inner bucket, it's helping the float have the right contours. Now that's a pretty straight float. Now I'm going to tap it a little harder to emphasize the point. Now that point is, don't do this, because when you do that and you do it hard enough, the trowel becomes like a banana. So right now I just warped it. So when I go to float, this will hit and this will hit, but now it's warped because I'm doing this. Don't do that, guys. When I was working with a lot of crew, we were doing finishes. We take, it's kind of like a tennis racket. We hold a tennis racket and we slap it flat. That way we don't destroy it. Now this one is bent the wrong way, so I mean I could still use it, but I'm trying to show you guys, if you're going to get a float and you're going to do work, because this is the most important tool, don't tap it like that, guys, because after you tap it like that about 10 to 15 times, it is completely useless. Now I got a big bow here, so I wanted to point that out, guys. And if you're going to buy any of these floats, make sure they're 5 inches. You're not saving in that buck you think you are. You're losing it in labor. Anyway, my name is Kirk. Jason on the camera. We thank you folks for watching, and as usual, we'll see you guys on the next one.
By the way, folks, my dad and I are now members of Amazon affiliates, so if you're looking to buy any of the plastering or construction tools you've seen in our videos and you want to support us in the process, you can check the links below our video, or you can go to our website and get them there. If you have any other questions for tools we don't have linked, email us direct and we'll respond to you then.
Once again, folks, we thank you for watching, and I really enjoy all your comments.
If you guys like this video, please click the like button down below, and also if you enjoy what we do, subscribe to our channel so we can keep making these videos for you.
My name is Kirk.
And Jay.
We thank you for watching, and from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one.